So I've got a team that stinks. I got a team that can't catch fly balls. I've got pitchers that can't fire strikes. I got guys that can't run the bases. It's the Bad News Bears Redux with a major league team that's got the highest payroll in the history of sports. And I've got people, grown men, calling the show complaining that the Yankees aren't winning early enough in games. Screw. Go scratch yourself. I'm tired of it. Big babies. Big, whiny, little crying babies. Spoiled brats. You just took 2 out of 3 from Texas. You're keeping afloat without the best player in baseball. I got a bunch of guys it's like they're humping a football instead of actually playing baseball.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Anzo. In today's video, we are going to be talking about this crazy trade rumor that, could happen, especially now with the Yankees in the state of panic and how all the fans are just really upset with how everything is being run right now. The Yankees are definitely going to need to make a splash this trade deadline. Not only that, but from the Michael K show, we saw Don basically explode when a fan came and talked on live radio, and it was hilarious to watch because, we'll get into that, but it's hilarious to see a Mets fan basically implode because Yankee fans are kind of spoiled. But anyways, besides that, at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about Judge's comments regarding him being away and when he thinks he'll be back. But anyways, let's get into this trade rumor. Basically, the Yankees could be interested in getting a Shane Bieber. Yes, every trade deadline comes with rumors, with people saying, oh yeah, the Yankees are in on everything. But definitely this trade deadline season is definitely going to be something interesting to watch. And hopefully the Yankees can actually start buying a bunch of players because we're going to need to shake things up, especially if Judge could possibly be out for the whole season. The Yankees are going to need to do something as soon as possible. And getting a Shane Bieber, if you don't know who Shane Bieber is, no relation to Justin Bieber. But anyways, he plays for the Cleveland Guardians, and he's been their ace pitcher. He did win the Cy Young for them in 2020, that shortened season. And overall, he's a solid pitcher. He would fit nicely as a number 3 pitcher on our pitching staff, assuming we got Rodon back, and we have Garrett Cole 1, Rodon 2, and then we got a Shane Bieber at number 3. And imagine that 3-headed monster going into the playoffs. That is really good. Not to mention that Shane Bieber only will cost you $10 million this season, and on top of that, another year of control, since he won't be a free agent till after 2024. So, supposedly this guy Zachary from Bleacher Report says that, hey, this could be a possible trade idea, and let me just get your reaction on this. So Shane Bieber, right, will be the headline for this trade alongside with Ahmed Rosario, who is the Guardians shortstop. And in return, the Cleveland Guardians would get a Jason Dominguez. Yes, I know that kind of hurts. And a Spencer Jones. Basically, Judge's clone, 6'7" outfielder down in the minors that the Yankees just drafted. And Jason Dominguez, obviously, like the number 1 prospect in the Yankee system right now. Yeah, that's kind of hard to swallow, and I don't believe this for a second. I don't think this would be a logical trade for the Yankees to do. Yes, of course, you want to get a Shane Bieber, and that would be awesome, but we don't need another shortstop. I mean, unless we're going to bring down Volpe, the Yankees have been saying that they're not going to bring him down. He got his job. He's going to stay up here developing. Can you trust Boone? Can you trust Cashman? Anything they say, really, right? But, we could get another shortstop and, get someone with more experience at shortstop until Volpe could be ready, maybe next season. But I see that very unlikely that the Yankees would do that. So definitely a Shane Bieber, but I don't see a Rosario, a need for another infielder. Yes, we could use an outfielder maybe, but infielder, we're good with infielders on this Yankee team. We got Oswald Peraza down there in the minors killing it. So I think we're good on that aspect. And on top of that, Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, that's like the Yankees' future outfield right there, alongside with Judge. No, it just doesn't make sense. Definitely Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez are the future for the Yankees, and they are heavy hitters. They are guys that are going to be huge impact bats in the near future for the Yankees. Not only that, but Shane Bieber is not the Cy Young pitcher that we knew in 2020. In 16 games, he has a 3-something ERA, and he's not the best. Obviously, he's with the Guardians. The Guardians are kind of sucking right now with a 36 and 38 record, so they could be sellers at the trade deadline. That's why this trade could be possible, but I would switch out the infielder from the Guardians for someone else, especially if we're going to throw in a name like Jason Dominguez. Definitely, they're going to have to show out and give us a lot more for that, because Bieber is just like a number 3 pitcher in the Yankees rotation and wouldn't be like a crazy, like wow factor to get us over that hump, at least in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think a Shane Bieber would excite you, would get you going, would bring us over that hump to really face like the Texas Rangers maybe in the playoffs, or maybe face the Rays and beat them? Let me know in the comments down below. And switching over to the next topic, if you watch the Michael K show, it's awesome to see Michael K and Don basically talking back and forth, and you got Peter right there. And it's a great show, right? Definitely. And I guess in this show, obviously Michael K is in London for the London series, so he's not there at the radio show, but we got to see Don basically talk to some of these live callers, and one of them actually, complained about the Yankees, losing, and they should be winning early on. And that really set Don off, because he is a Mets fan, and the Mets are like 7 games under 500, and they were supposed to be the favorites to win the World Series after spending more money than anyone in the history of baseball has ever spent in a season. And yeah, I can see that. I see that with my Mets friends. They're very frustrated. And definitely you could see that he's getting mad, right? So let's take a listen to this.
I think somebody should send Boone to some of the Yankee players to a Little League game where they could see fundamental baseball played. Yesterday,
yes,
the Yankees were down a run, had a left-handed batter, man on first, third baseman. Texas is playing at the shortstop spot. The shortstop's playing almost behind second base. Why don't they bunt? There's never, ever an opportunity that you have like that. Bunt the ball.
But who was it?
Bunt it.
Who was up?
I forgot. It was a left-handed batter. I mean, it's not the first time this goes on. They don't. The Yankees Boone never comes out with a fundamental play.
Nobody bunts.
Analytics
believe that. Why would they give up an out?
By the way, Trevino tried one yesterday.
Bunt down the line for a hit, then you put a guy in first and second. There's so many times they base running blunders, which is ridiculous. I mean, Little Leagues don't even make those mistakes.
Have you seen the Mets? Have you watched the Mets? Honestly.
I'm watching the Yankees.
Well, I'm just telling you, there's other teams that play a lot worse. The fundamentals
How do you watch it? It's so frustrating.
Listen, it stinks, but at least you took 2 out of 3. The game you're talking about, they won.
Yeah, but they won at the end because they could have won earlier. I mean,
goodbye. Thank you for the phone call. So now we're going to bring it. They could have won earlier because baseball just had a rule. People don't realize that they award extra points if you win the game earlier in the contest.
I don't.
So I've got a team that stinks. I got a team that can't catch fly balls. I've got pitchers that can't fire strikes. I got guys that can't run the bases. It's the Bad News Bears Redux with a major league team that's got the highest payroll in the history of sports, and I've got people, grown men, calling the show complaining the Yankees aren't winning early enough in games. Screw. Go scratch yourself. I'm tired of it. Big babies. Big, whiny, little crying babies. Spoiled brats. You just took 2 out of 3 from Texas. You're keeping afloat without the best player in baseball. I got a bunch of guys it's like they're humping a football instead of actually playing baseball. So I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear it. If they call, tell them thanks for the call. Go away. We didn't win early enough. My team's 7 games under 500. They couldn't find a house on the face of the sun.
Someone interrupt when he tells a lie. Just someone.
No, but Peter, you know how frustrating it is for me?
I'm waiting for the lie.
I watch the Yankees. Well, good for you. You watch the team take 2 out of 3.
It's so true. The Yankees did win 2 out of 3 games, and it's not the end of the world. Again, like I said before in my previous video, it's still kind of early on. The Yankees have a chance. They are definitely better than the Mets right now. The Mets are barely going to even have a chance at a playoff spot at this moment. And the Yankees have a really good chance. And on top of that, the Yankees have experience compared to any other team out there. So really, at the end of the day, the Yankees have that advantage because it's really only the Rays out there. The Astros aren't doing that good. Obviously, there's still a threat right there, but the Yankees have this. There's still a chance, right? So for fans that are like getting like super panicked out, don't hit the panic button just yet. Let's wait till the trade deadline. Let's see what the Yankees can do. And if there's nothing done and we're still stuck with, McKinney being our MVP, then yeah, we should definitely start panicking. But still, even with that situation, I think the Yankees still make it into the playoffs. So it's like not that bad. Will we win the World Series? Now that will be the question. And then that will be the offseason where we ask Hal Steinbrenner, if the Yankees don't win this World Series, like what the are we doing here?
Oh, fundamental baseball. Watch the eighth inning. And you tell me that was Major League Baseball.
That is the Pinstripe
I
report.
hate every one of you. I knew this was going to happen, Peter, and what you got was about 20% of a meltdown I had in the meeting. I knew these people were going to come out of the woodwork and go, why aren't they bunting? Do you watch baseball? And here's a little hint, Peter. Here's a tiny little hint.
I want it.
It's just a baby hint.
Okay,
it's about this big. It's tiny. It's a tiny little piece of advice I have for the callers. In the greatest city in the world, if you're going to complain about a guy not bunting, here's a hint. Who was it? You don't even know who it was. You're just complaining to hear yourself complain. You're complaining they didn't bunt. He couldn't remember who the guy who didn't bunt. Now I was watching the Met game and trying to bounce back and forth. My daughter had a recital. I'm trying to stay up on these things. You watched the game. You had it like your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt. And yet you sit on hold for 20 minutes, and you don't know. And then you have the actual audacity to say, they didn't win early enough. Anthony, they didn't win the game early enough. You know how frustrating that is?
I don't even know how that works, by the way.
I was at the game. I had a great time. I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Who was it? You don't even know because you didn't care. You know what? You walked out of the building skipping because they won the game.
Right.
I mean, these people are functional morons. And I'm tired of having to deal with it. 22 years I'm going to be at this radio station. Every day I walk into the studio is a miracle. That my head doesn't explode.
By the way, you use the word functional. You don't know that that's true.
Yeah, because we don't know if he dialed the phone. His nurse may have.
Hey, Don, I want you to do two things. Take a really deep breath, tell me your name, and then talk about cars.
Don LaGreca here for Ramsey Mott.
And the fact that this guy couldn't name the player, bunting, or whatever they were talking about, and how the Yankee fans don't watch the games, it's just funny, right? At the end of the day, like, it's interesting to see, and even in the comments down below, it's interesting to see other fans' perspectives on how they see Yankee fans. I know personal friends that are, like, traumatized by Yankee fans, that they're Mets fans, that they're, different teams fans, Red Sox fans, and they just get, like, so butthurt just with the fact that, like, we're, like, in a sense spoiled because we are, at the end of the day, the Yankees always make it to the playoffs. We wait till October, whatever, like, just the casual fan. Everyone's wearing a Yankee hat, even if they don't even know what that logo is. It's just worldwide. You go to Colombia and you see this Yankee hat. Even in the coffee farms, you see the Yankee hat. And so it's interesting to see how worldwide this logo is, this brand is. You will never see a Mets logo, a Detroit Tigers logo in like a different area in the world, really. That would be really hard to find. As baseball continues to grow, maybe, but not really. Yankees will always be the dominant logo, brand, and everything like that. And that's really hard for other fan bases to accept, right? But they see that as us being spoiled, right? And on top of that, the Yankees win consistently, making it into the playoffs. Other teams don't, right? Obviously, they don't make it consistently to the playoffs. And but that's what makes the Yankees the best, right? At the end of the day, the Yankees are the best ever, and let's just leave it at that. But let me know your thoughts down below regarding Don's reaction and how he exploded, and really he showed a lot of emotion, and it's good to see all that emotion because I'm sure as a Mets fan, for him, he is frustrated with how this team is operating and really just seeing this team explode, and there's nothing he can do about it. And yet he gets a call from a Yankee fan and they're complaining, and yet the Yankees have a really good chance of making it into the playoffs. Totally understand Don right there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Aaron Judge's toe definitely exploded, and he doesn't even know when he's going to come. And he had this quote from John Heyman himself, in where he said this. Nothing too profound, but this is what he had to say. I wish I had an answer about a return date. Yet Judge does not. Nobody knows. And I'm sure that's hard for Judge himself to even say those words. He's the captain. He wants to be out there and in the game, right? Not just in the bench. But it's good to know that at least Judge will be there cheering on the team in the dugout and things like that. But it does suck, and it definitely hurts the Yankees' chances to advance past the playoffs and go deeper this year, especially if he does not come back. And especially if the Yankees don't do anything in the trade deadline, yeah, it's going to be really tough. But for now, Judge doesn't even know. Who knows, really? But let me know your best guess on when Judge will get back. Do you think he's going to get back this year, just in time for the playoffs? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for the support. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and hit that subscribe button as I come out with more Yankees news and MLB content. And I'll see you guys next time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.